Okay, and welcome back to the Ales and Fails Twitch stream. Today with another serving of Final Fantasy XIV as I try to play my way through an arcanist class. Today we are joined with a friend of the show, John. John, hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah? How's life treating you?
It's treating me pretty good.
Certainly good to know that you're in the positive scale of fate. So before we get onto the game, as usual, I'll go ahead and describe what I'm drinking. So anybody who came from previous stream knows that I'm drinking a Brother Thelonious, which is a Belgian-style Abbey Ale from North Coast Brewing. Closest, I would say, is to a Belgian double, malty yet light, spicy. Doesn't have some of those Belgian notes that you'd expect. But yeah, something a bit like cola nut, if that makes any sense. Still very flavorful. If you want more in-depth analysis, please catch my Hades stream that came right before this. Let's go back to our game then. Okay, so here we are. So I was just click into that, and of course it fades out for a second. Let's log into the world. And the world is currently full with 40 players on queue. In queue, on queue? I forget. It would seem that I am at level 16. Where are you at, John?
I am also at level 16.
So does that mean we are very close to meeting up?
Hopefully. I mean, never know. I guess it depends on the main story quests level.
Indeed, we are at the throes of the fates here. And always drink your water whenever you're enjoying drinks, friends. Would you happen to be enjoying any fanciful drinks today, John?
No, sir. I'm still sticking to some good old H2O.
Would you say you're straight-laced, John? You refuse to drink alcohol?
No, I wouldn't say that. It's just that,
Straight edge,
I don't know.
if you will.
I would say that drinking right now would definitely hit the spot more than like during a meal. So I think that sometimes with a meal, it's just too many calories, and then I feel kind of tired afterwards.
Well, none of those effects, none of those negative effects come from drinking. One should say. So you should consider enjoying the Elwolf MO.
Potentially. Can I join the ale gang or the wolfkin if I drink hard seltzer?
I don't know why you even asked that. The obvious answer is no.
Well, I
Never.
guess that's not too bad.
Never suggest drinking hard seltzer or kombucha or hard kombucha. Just never, please, never even suggest a thought of you considering such a thing.
Yeah, I don't like hard seltzer. I bought like a whole 24 pack of what's it called? White Claw, and I hated it.
White Claw, that sounds familiar. I'm sure I've seen it at this store. What exactly is it classified under?
It's hard seltzer.
Oh, I see.
Imagine a LaCroix but with cheap alcohol in it. And I'm sure if there's anybody tuned in that likes White Claw and just heard that, they would probably be offended. But that's
Okay.
just how I feel. I'm sorry.
Well, anyone who likes White Claw, please raise your hand. Don't type anything in the chat. Just raise your hand, and I will address your concerns. Yeah, I never thought anything about people who like hard seltzer, to be perfectly honest with you. You might have a more enjoyable time just having a very basic cider.
Yeah, I do enjoy cider more than hard seltzer.
Now, if I
Wine is
recall,
also good.
it. Say again.
I said wine is also good.
Wine is certainly the beverage of Dionysus. Alright, so I am trying to complete the next story quest, which is called The Teachings of Topaz. Which should be right here. What am I missing here? Oh, okay. So, have you been consuming any fun media as of late?
Let me think. I've been watching season 4 of Better Call Saul, which is a pretty great season so far. A lot stronger than season 3.
Is it the most current season of Better Call Saul?
No, the most current season is season 5, and they're gonna come out with season 6 fairly shortly.
Will that be the final season?
Yes, that is the final season.
Hopefully that final season leads right up to the first scene of Breaking Bad. That is what everyone has been waiting for this entire time.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, it's interesting because so you've seen the first season of Better Call Saul, right?
I have only seen the first season of Better Call Saul.
Okay. So you know how in the first season it has that flash forward, I
Yes,
guess?
flash
Yeah,
forward.
flash.
Not
It has
a
that
flash
forward.
sideways as entertained by Lost.
Flash sideways. But basically they have that flash forward with Saul, being an old decrepit man who is working at a Cinnabon. And so
I thought it was
it's
what was that? I thought it
which
was a
one?
Tim Hortons. To be honest with you, is it a?
It's a Cinnabon.
Okay, a
Yeah,
cinnamon.
it's a Cinnabon.
No, I love
Mhm.
cinnamon.
Yeah, cinnamon is good the few times that I tried it, but
Good.
I just like cinnamon rolls in
Team
general.
cinnamon.
Yes. But anyways, yeah, so that flash forward sequence, they do show, him kind of, going through his life. And it's usually the first episode of the season. They usually go through, like, his current life and how it's a shadow of what he used to be. And so what's interesting is that the promotional, I guess, poster for the last season actually shows, an aged Saul, but he's putting on like a kind of a classic red, bright red, what's it called? A bright red suit. Like you just see him shot from the back, putting on a bright red suit. So I kind of wonder what that means. I kind of wonder if it's going to do flashback stuff, address the stuff in Better Call Saul, which is, in the past, and then it's going to address some stuff in the future past Breaking Bad. That would be interesting.
Wait, so what? By classic red suit, are you talking about the Super Mario suit?
No, not the Super Mario suit.
Okay, then some sort of uniform.
No, I mean like a business suit.
Oh, okay. Wait, so what is that reminiscent of? Because I guess I lost you there. What is it supposed to be hearkening to?
Well, what I kind of understood it to mean is that, Saul, when he was Saul, kind of liked to wear very boisterous, flamboyant suits. He definitely didn't wear like, gray and brown suits whenever you saw him in Breaking Bad. He was always kind of a showman. So that kind of seems that it hints to me that it's a little bit of that, but bright red is also kind of a dangerous color, so it might hint something else as well.
Like a red shirt from Star Trek of yore.
Wait, what?
A red shirt. Have you
Oh.
never heard of this phrase?
No, I'm not familiar.
There's two literary phrases that everyone knows, and I'm sure you have heard of it. Number one is Chekhov's gun, which is the gun of Chekhov, which means that when in chapter 1 you hear about a gun, about the Chekhov's gun, it means that it's going to come back later and play some important pivotal role. That's the first one. The second one is red shirt. And red shirt means that it's a disposable character who will be killed off at some point. Have you heard of either of these?
No, I can't say that I have. That is
Maybe.
interesting.
Maybe I am too old. But yeah, so I suppose he could be a target. I guess I was thinking that you were suggesting that maybe that red suit was some sort of a allusion to his time at Cinnabon, but maybe not. Have we seen characters from Breaking Bad? I mean, I know that Tuco's supposed to show up at some point, but any other characters other than Mike Ermhaust?
Well, do you care about spoilers?
No, I don't care about spoilers. That is
Alright,
not the life I lead.
It's time for you to do your.
Okay, so spoilers for Breaking Saul. Wait. Spoilers for Better Call
Better
Saul.
Call Bad.
Better Call Bad. And once they end, I will do the upside down cross. Starting in 3 seconds. Alright, go ahead.
Alright, so basically, so Gus comes back. Gus is a pretty huge character in this.
Even though he's
show.
a small man.
A small man.
I would say he's a small man.
I don't know. I feel like in a lot of the ways that they shoot him, he's actually pretty. They shoot him as being like a really tall person. So I actually wonder if Giancarlo Esposito is short in real life.
You mean like tall like Sagat?
No, not that tall.
Okay.
Pretty tall,
Tall like the Nemesis.
potentially.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So he comes back. Who else comes back? Tuco comes back. And it's pretty fun, the interactions that we have with Tuco.
Do they ever say anything like, whoa, it sure would be great to be in a different season or something like that?
No, it doesn't say anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's I guess also Hector comes back. Hector Salamanca.
Well, yeah, I guess he's supposed to be. He dies in Breaking Bad, so I would assume that he would be alive during this time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So those are the ones that I can think of off the top of my head. I think there's a cameo from Walt and maybe Jesse that I've heard of, but I haven't seen yet, and I'm in the 4th season, so
They're like at the store buying socks or something.
maybe. I don't know.
Well, it sounds like fun. Sounds like a fun ride, and I really wish I had the time to watch it.
I would say you should make some time. Just one episode a week or something.
Well, I would, but I am watching One Piece, so I cannot.
How about you? Any fun media?
What did I have suggested? Oh wait, hold on. Let me do the upside down cross. There you go. So as I was suggesting, I have been watching One Piece as of late, right before the time skip. There's one thing that One Piece does incredibly well, and certainly something that keeps me interested and keeps me watching. And that is the undying will to sacrifice yourself because of the bonds that tie you, be it friendship or the notion of family. So it's very compelling. It's very touching.
Mm-hmm. I can definitely see how that series would touch on those emotions, on those notes.
Yeah, and if anyone knows about anything about One Piece, it's just the fact that the events leading to the time skip is Luffy trying to save his brother, and of course it continually touches upon that and just flashes back to their history together. So yeah, very very compelling content. What? And just a second here, some housekeeping. What are you up to on your side of the world anyway?
On Final Fantasy, I'm watching a cutscene.
Okay. Anything else that you've been interested in recently?
Are you talking about just media?
Yes.
Well, I did hear this podcast that was talking about that League of Legends series, Arcane. Have you watched or heard of that series?
I have heard about it. I know that it is good because it does not mention League of Legends.
Well, there is one scene where, like, one of the characters says, "We have to fight because we are in a League of Legends."
And then the audience is like, "Oh, there he said it. He said the thing."
But all joking aside, it is a pretty good series. It is really good at, and the animation of it was pretty stellar. If you've ever seen like snippets of it, it's pretty amazing how they managed to pull off the art style. It's like a kind of a cel shady kind of arts kind of animation, but at times it also seems drawn as well as 3D. So it's really nice how they pulled that off. And apparently the budget for this, I want to say was, I think I heard it was like 5 million, 5 billion maybe. There's a huge difference between those two numbers, but it was a lot of money.
Well, that's pretty good. Would you say the animation is as good as the Donkey Kong Country 3D animation?
Donkey Kong Country 3D. I've never watched it. I'm sorry.
Oh well, it was mid '90s. Uh, all of the characters looked like plumped balloons. Very very little ties to the game itself. Only one season, not remembered very fondly.
I see.
Hey, what about Code Lyoko?
What about that show?
I don't know. Did you like it?
I didn't watch it.
Okay. Alright, so it looks like I'm in an actual ship of some sort for a long cutscene. Wow, this ship reminds me of the ship in Final Fantasy X, where you first learn the Blitz Ace.
Hmm.
Whoa. Find a real target here. In the middle of a cutscene fight and yeah, way too many targets. finally. Seems like the party in that pre-scripted fight was taking most of the heat, but it still took me quite a while to take every single opponent down. Can't say that I still have a good grasp of the rotation I'm supposed to follow. How is it going on your end with the gladiator slash paladin?
My rotation is pretty straightforward. I actually looked that up, and right now, really, it's only 2 spells, because everything else is kind of situational.
Wait, you looked it up? You're not supposed to look up things in this run, John.
Was it a blind run?
Yes, you're supposed to be wearing a blindfold, just like I am.
Even though I've played this game before previously and leveled up past this content.
You're supposed to know what's happening based on what you hear. Forsooth. Okay, and I'm back at Aleport, which seems to be home base for the Ale Wolf. So one thing that I did watch over the week is a movie called The Atom Project. Have you seen that? It's on Netflix.
Does that have Ryan Reynolds?
It has Ryan Reynolds, yes.
I haven't watched it, but I have seen it on Netflix, yes.
Do you have something against Ryan Reynolds, John? Let's clear the air here. I know that there's an ongoing feud.
Well, he is kind of annoying in all those Mint Mobile commercials.
I actually don't like those.
It's
I think the first time it was kind of clever, but afterwards it was just okay, what are we doing here? Are you the new progressive lady? Are you the new dime person? I don't understand.
Yeah, definitely not enjoyable to watch those, watch the same one like 12 different times.
Yeah, not good. But anyways, beyond your hatred of good deals, you don't care for Ryan Reynolds movies?
I just don't watch them very often.
What about Deadpool? You know, he is the perfect Deadpool.
I have not watched Deadpool.
Specifically in Deadpool Wolverine Origins.
Sorry, what did you say? Wolverine Origins?
Yeah, the Wolverine Origins movie, it starred Deadpool.
I did not know that it starred Deadpool.
Well, check it out when you have some time.
Sorry, I don't know if you're trying to be funny. I'm also kind of paying attention to a cutscene.
That's fine. Wolverine Origins does have Deadpool. But it is a very strange depiction of Deadpool, and it is portrayed by Ryan Reynolds, and it is unusual.
Let's see.
Certainly not the Deadpool from the Deadpool movies. Alright, made it to level 17, John. We should be right next to each other now.
Nice.
And I do have some new gear.
Have you already watched this cutscene where it looks like they're recapping the stuff that happened before A Realm Reborn?
No, not yet. I can sell both of these. The one where they say, oh hey, Final Fantasy XIV was not great before that first update.
I don't know, people liked Final Fantasy XIV before this.
Before the first update, I think you'd be hard pressed to find people who praise the game. But yes, the Adam Project by Ryan Reynolds. Sorry, not by Ryan Reynolds, but starring Ryan Reynolds. Came out recently on Netflix and I did watch it. Very much enjoyed it. So, just a glimpse into the premise of the movie. Ryan Reynolds is some sort of a pilot or soldier, and he hijacks this plane which allows him to travel back in time, and he goes back all the way to when he was a kid, a very kooky kid who acts just like Ryan Reynolds as an adult. And of course it's a very heartwarming, and you get to find out a bit about his backstory and why he is the way that he is, and why he decided to travel back in time. So yeah, I liked it. Certainly not like a, you know, an art piece, a masterpiece or anything like that, but it's got action, good sci-fi, and certainly goes for the feels.
Sounds interesting. I might check it out. It definitely does sound like a movie for a Ryan Reynolds fan, though. This cutscene is pretty cool. Once you reach it, you should definitely kind of absorb it. Are you watching a cutscene right now?
No, I'm just reading what this guy is saying.
Gotcha.
A guy called Reiner from Attack on Titan, obviously.
Rainer Reynolds?
Yeah, Reiner Reynolds. Call back. Okay, moving on back to Swift Perch.
So, quick question: when you look at your quest or the main story, like if you click on that thing that says next main scenario quest, well, actually, maybe that's not the right place to look at it.
Current main scenario quest, top left.
Yeah, it was kind of because if you click on that, it shows you a map, but it doesn't show you like the actual quest text.
Well, you have to click exactly on the text and only on the text, and then it'll actually show you what to do, which I find incredibly obtuse.
Mm-hmm. But I was kind of wondering what the level of your quest was, because mine is 15.
I am for mine it's at 14 actually.
Oh, gotcha. All right, so we're close.
Pretty close. Okay, I guess we're defending some townsfolks. Well, my duty failed because apparently some guy that I wasn't even paying attention to died.
You should have paid attention.
Well, I didn't receive the call. I didn't even know he was on the battlefield. Honestly, these people, depending on my aid. I guess let's try this one more time. Like Daft Punk once said.
I guess so. Oh, by the way, talking about Final Fantasy XIV, did you hear that everybody's favorite Monster Hunter YouTuber, Gaijin Hunter, got married in Final Fantasy XIV?
I heard about that in a podcast a week and a half ago, but why is that significant?
I don't know, because he decided to make a video about it.
So, who did he get married to?
I think one of his friends.
Wait, it wasn't the guy that he podcasts with, is it?
Who's the guy that he podcasts with?
Rurikon?
I think that was him, yes.
Oh, I see. Well, grand. I guess I didn't... They were talking about it in the podcast. I didn't realize that he got married to him. So that's fun. I guess I should watch that.
Yeah.
Wait, what's a wedding like in Final Fantasy XIV?
I didn't actually watch the video, but I've heard that it's like a pretty huge cutscene or whatever.
Do you gain anything from marriage in this game?
I don't know. I haven't looked that far into it.
You're like, nah, marriage, not for me.
Yeah, I would say my character is going to be a bachelor. Looks like this is the start of your getting out of your studies. And one of the funny things is that in these cutscenes you get to meet one of the best villains in this game.
So unfortunately, I can't actually hear you because apparently during a pre-scripted battle, the music swells to 200%, which is very frustrating. But I am happy for whatever progress you are making. Duty failed again. This is ridiculous. I have no idea what happened. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna turn down the music for this because it is I can't actually focus on anything else when that happens. Let's turn down the master volume to 50. Okay, so you were saying.
Hold on 1 second.
Actually, you know, before we go any further, I'm probably going to get a refill. It's ridiculous. I actually am not in my best state when I don't have my ales.
Sounds good.
Alright, so I will be right back. I would suggest you mute yourself during this interim. And that's not what I wanted. Alright, we'll be right back. Okay, and I am back, and I decided to go with another helping from North Coast. Avid viewers of the stream will remember this one. It's Old Rasputin, which is a Russian Imperial Stout. Now I understand that anything from Russia is not necessarily the most popular here, but please understand that a Russian Imperial Stout is not necessarily Russian. It is simply a style that hails from Russia. North Coast is an American brewery. And if I have to suggest anything about Russian Imperial Stouts, it's just the fact that they are stronger in alcohol content than your average stouts, hence the moniker Imperial. Old Rasputin itself is actually quite strong in alcohol content. I think it's a 10. Let me see. Oh, it's a 9% actually. And it certainly doesn't go about hiding its bitterness, so it's more of a sipping beer, if anything. All that being said, Fang and Ale. Alright, so let's head back to the adventure here. So let's try this duty one more time. And I refuse to go to difficulty of anything but normal. Let's see how many more times I fail. Are you there, John?
I'm here.
Okay. Have you had any good bites as of late?
Any good bites as of late? Nothing extraordinary.
Fair enough. I did manage to grill some barbecue. Well, I guess you don't grill barbecue. You grill and then you make barbecue. But I did grill some chicken and some sausages last weekend. That was nice. And I generally grill for a week's worth, so I'm still having helpings from that. It's a very practical meal to make.
Nice.
Specifically, I had some chicken and apple sausages, which are delicious. I have really learned to enjoy my fruit sausages.
Can't say I've ever had a chicken and apple sausage.
You know, one trend that I notice a lot is the inclusion of mango with spicy things. Like mango habanero sauce, and I know that there's a mango something pepper sausage out there. I didn't have it this time, but I was thinking about it, and I was wondering what thought process made it so that mango is frequently included in spicy combinations.
That is a good question. Can't say I've ever had an answer for that, because I usually stay away from habanero. I actually am kind of a lightweight when it comes to spices.
Really, that's unusual. I believe you hail from a clan that generally is good with hot sauce, John.
Hail from a clan.
Yeah, a spicy clan, if you will.
Can't say that I've hailed from any spicy clans that I know of.
Okay, I think I finally finished that ridiculous duty. The Reavers are beaten and scattered.
That's good. You truly are a warrior of light.
I thought you were gonna say you truly are the King of Kings.
I could have said that.
You thought about it.
We are, after all, in a league of legends.
Okay, some random dude just showed up and decided to turn everything into the Shadow Realm. I don't know what's happening here. A masked mage. Maybe an anonymous duelist, if you will.
Perhaps.
Okay, I defeated the masked magician.
Nice.
Is he gonna reveal any more magic secrets? Magicians hate him. Okay, cat person is leaving the battlefield, and I am left with more questions than answers.
Chat people tend to do that.
Okay, so what's next? Report to Reiner at the Coral Tower. Alright, finishing level 14 quest, Feint and Strike. Sure, a lot of cherry blossoms here in Limsa Lominsa.
I don't know if here in Verdania they also have cherry blossoms, because everything is kind of tinged pink at this time.
Maybe it's a seasonal type of change. Okay, Reiner finally. New character, Admiral Blowfiswin.
Is that a woman?
This is the adventurer I've been reading about in the field reports.
Yeah, sounds like they sound like a woman.
I am Melve Blufisvin, Admiral of
Yeah, because the
Limsa
leader of Limsa Lominsa has a really weird name.
On behalf of my people, I bid you thanks for the deeds you have done this day. A token of our gratitude. What worth is high regard without just reward after all? Ha! Since you first set foot in our city, my good friend Baderon and Commodore Rayner have taken turns at regaling me with tales of your exploits. Safe to say, they left an impression. Join me at the coming banquet. A seat of honor at the celebratory feast is the least I can offer the man who foiled the Sahagin.
A seat at the feast.
I guess I am getting a feast for having completed all of these quests. I really wish that in real life I could do a set of things that somebody would say, oh hey, you deserve a feast for all you have done. That has never happened, but it happens often in fantasy.
Isn't that what happens in like Worker Appreciation Week?
No. Worker Appreciation Week is more about recognizing a number of people, which is fine and deservedly so. What I am suggesting is, how about you recognize specifically me for my exploits and then make a feast out of that?
That's interesting.
Wait, what is interesting? My desire to have a feast.
Listen, if you had some sort of management position, would you make a feast for one of your is underlings the right word? Subordinates.
I would say I would generally use the word report, but if I really had to choose something, I generally go for colleague.
Yeah.
So yeah, I probably, if I had the power to do so, I would probably have one to commemorate their actions.
But just a feast for one person.
Yeah, just a feast. Just throw a feast for one person. Make them like open it up with a speech, like a 2-3 minute speech about their exploits. That would be nice.
I guess that's fair if you would do that. I mean, who am I to judge? Like, you would hold a feast for one of your co-workers. I know I wouldn't.
Wait, why not? Just have a feast for one of your coworkers. What's wrong with that?
It seems like a lot of work.
Well, yes, that it is a lot of work. That doesn't mean that they don't deserve it.
Well, I'm not saying they don't deserve it. It's just that, do they deserve it from me? I don't know.
Well, then who do they deserve it from?
I don't know, the manager. I think that's why I'm not in management.
So when people try to promote you, you're like, you know what? I'd gladly take it. I can't throw a feast for somebody.
Yeah, basically. I mean, if that's one of the requirements, you have to have feast organizing abilities.
Prerequisites, feast, and preparations for the recognition of one specific individual.
Yes. Just one. It also sounds like a lot of money. I mean, what really, what is the minimum amount of food that you need to have for it to be considered a feast? Because you wouldn't consider like somebody ordering Papa John's a feast.
Well, what if it's quantity over quality? Like, let's say that somebody was throwing a feast for me, and they ordered like 30 pizzas. They all happen to be cheese, though. All cheese pizzas. You know what? I would say, hey, this is a feast. I am enjoying myself. I am eating to my heart's content. I don't need to have any fancy supremes or the works.
I guess you could make a case for that being a feast. I'm not sure who would want 30 pizzas though, especially if they just have cheese.
Well, you could take some home and then reheat them and then put some nice sliced pepperoni that you got from Publix or Target. Make a whole new pizza. Speaking of which, I am in the practice of creating trivia quizzes, and so this last week I actually created a quiz on pizza. Would you happen to guess what is America's favorite topping as of 2022?
Favorite topping?
Yeah, take a wild guess.
I don't think olives because olives are too divisive. Not onion. Onion is too plain. It has to be a meat. I feel like it has to be a meat. I know Americans love their bacon, but bacon is not a common thing on pizza, I think.
Bacon is like 3 or 4.
Really? Interesting. Should I just go with the obvious pepperoni?
I'm sorry, but it is pepperoni.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's pepperoni.
Okay. Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, not very surprising to be perfectly honest with you, but
Is the second just plain cheese?
no, I think that was certainly in the top 10. I don't think it was near the top though.
See, that's kind of cheating because if you ask a question about topping, topping implies that it's something that goes on top of the cheese. So saying plain cheese is not necessarily a topping.
I certainly never think of plain cheese as being a topping. I think of it as a fortification, food fortification.
Fortification.
Yeah. Like it makes the food better, but it's not necessarily like an extra. Hey, aren't you right here, Beshardin?
Yeah, I'm right in front of you.
Why didn't you say you were in Limsa Lominsa?
I don't know, I guess. I didn't even realize you were there. You're just so small.
Okay. Well, hey, we have finally met.
I wonder why you're red.
Well, you are also red. What are you doing, slash wave?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm talking to the wench. The drowning wench proprietor.
That's pretty hilarious that we didn't even realize we were right next to each other.
I realized it! You didn't even do anything! Jeez,
Yeah, well,
I'm the one that's 3 drinks in and you're just like, oh, what's happening here?
mean, what can I say? I was just paying attention to the story and then I didn't realize.
Okay, so you are level 18, I guess. What quest are you in?
I'm in the main scenario quest called It's Probably Pirates.
Okay, well I'm in on a level 14 quest called A Mizzen Mass Repaw. Banquet is soon to begin. Put on your dress shoes and speak with Xanthiel in Balgora Hall.
Yeah, so you're about to get some pretty snazzy cutscenes for like the next, I don't know, half hour, so I would enjoy those.
I don't want to enjoy them. It's showing me a symbol with a red crest and a key on it. I don't understand what that means. Put on the dress shoes and speak with Xanthiel. I guess I was given some dress shoes.
I was given some earrings.
Okay, so I have the dress shoes on. Where's this Xanthiel? Maybe it's upstairs. Alright, it looks like I'm on a feast with the leader of Limsa Lominsa, Merlweb.
Yes, that is how
Join
that
me
is
now
pronounced.
in honoring this man for his services to our great nation. May the navigator guide and protect him on his journey, till sea swallows all.
But why aren't we in the search of the One Piece?
Not those kinds of pirates, I guess.
These pirates you encountered with the tattooed faces, they call themselves the Serpent Reavers. Their ranks are formed of cutthroats and madmen, who have, from what we have gathered, they sought to swell their numbers by I need not tell you the depth of the animosity between us. But, thanks to you, our citizens may once more go about their daily lives.
Such an extraordinary glow. This is one of the crystals of light.
One of the crystals of light.
By the navigator.
After our encounter with the Gubu, you had a vision, did you not? Of a You bathed in her light.
Yashtola's conclusion is clear, and I see no reason to doubt it. You are the vessel of a higher power. This being from your vision was the Mother Crystal. Your description matches what little we know of her. And if she has chosen you, then your deeds may yet shape the fate of nations, as once did the deeds of the Warriors of Light. Know you the tale? Like you, they were not of these lands, yet they fought to protect us all against the corruption of the Primals. When the Gallian Empire began its conquest of the realm, these heroes joined the Grand Companies and helped reforge the Eorzean Alliance. And at the Battle of Cartano, they took the field beneath our banners to fight for everything we hold dear. It was on that day, in the midst of that hell, that every soul who survived that battle will never forget how it was to fight beside them. We are proud to call them our comrades.
I have a tiny little suit. Very nice.
Whenever we try to shout their names, the sound dies in our throats. And whenever we strain to see their faces with our mind's eye, naught but their shadows appear to us, set against a blinding light. Ask any true Eorzean who knew them, and the story will be the same. It is for this reason that we call them the Warriors of Light. When I look upon you, I cannot help but be reminded of them. Keep that crystal safe. In time, I believe the Mother Crystal will make clear her reasons for bestowing it upon you. Heed well her words, adventurer, for it is Hydaelyn herself who speaks.
Looks like I'm getting a flashback. Alright, I guess I am in flashback mode. Red skies. TMNT seasons with red skies.
Flames to the fore! Victory belongs to the bold. Show those Imperial whore sons what we're made of!
The left flank buckles. Divert the barracudas. Bid them hold that position, though it cost them their lives.
The yellow serpents are in need of succor. Pray, send the white wolves to their aid. The adventurers risk life and limb for our cause. We must not fail them.
Is aught amiss?
No, it is nothing.
Bloody hells! The barrier won't go down so easily! Eyes forward!
We are being watched.
Raging Bull, calling Bloodthorn. Bloodthorn, respond! Ah!
Raging Bull, this is Mad Snake. Respond.
Raging Bull, this is Mad Snake. Sounds
Right.
like a
This is Raging Bull.
right out of
What
Metal
news?
Gear.
We're surrounded by a blaze.
Yeah, I thought that it was kind of a reference or a nod.
Preserve what's in.
What's going on?
Gosh damn it! We cannot hold much longer.
Mad Snake! Mad Snake! Ah,
Metal Gear, huh?
damn it! Damn it all to the seventh hell!
What of the barracudas? Can they not be reached?
Sorry, Admiral. Shell's not working.
What of our own?
I cannot say, my lady. That monstrosity appears to be disrupting our communication.
We must keep trying. Call till they respond.
Yes, my lady.
I didn't know these people had walkie-talkies.
Admiral, General, we can do no more. We must
They have
give the
link
order
pearls.
to withdraw.
Which is kind of like a walkie-talkie.
I will not forsake Louis Soir.
General, please. Victory may belong to the bold, but there will be no victor this day. You know this to be true. Let us not sacrifice lives in vain. The adventurers fight bravely, but to no avail. Let them withdraw, and let us be the ones to stand with Louis Soir.
Belay previous orders. All Maelstrom units are commanded to fall back, effective immediately. Give the foreign levy priority. Let the main host cover their retreat and bring up the rear.
Damn it! Relay the order. All flames are to withdraw. I don't care. You still have a working pair of legs, don't you? Well, use them, you bloody half-wit!
You still have a working pair of legs. Use them. That's a Full Metal Alchemist reference.
Is it really?
Well, that was the first episode of the original series. That's what
The outcome of this battle was long
Edward said.
since decided.
I wonder if that sequence is just a bunch of
Better to
references or
retreat
hidden
now than
references.
risk a massacre.
Gosh, what are we doing here? We're like reminiscing and we're like on a cliff talking about what's happening, but we're not actually in the battle.
We go to take our place beside our
I think the Warriors of Light back then were in the battle,
your positions.
but they were just kind of hanging around and commanding stuff.
Bahamut.
Logalo, Asawad Deken Bet Mubut. Imarat,
Are you a fan of Bahamut? Bahamut, John?
Behemoth.
Behemoth. The king of summons. Oh, and it was all a dream, just like SMB2.
SMB2. Super Mega Battle 2.
Super Mario Brothers 2.
Oh.
Alright, so cutscene is over. Just need to record this quest. I don't know what the purpose of that was.
Of what?
Just most of that quest, most of that cutscene.
Tells you the story of what happened. I thought it was pretty cool.
I think it was fine, except that we were just on the sidelines while the action was happening, like right below us the entire time, and we did not see any of it.
I guess that's fair. But I mean, you can't expect everything to be action in the narrative sequences.
No, I didn't ask for action. I just wanted to see below what was happening below. Nice, level 18.
Nice.
Okay, so I have been tasked to go to Gridania and Olda.
That I have already done. I've gone to Limsa, Lominsa, and Gridania. Surprised you haven't been asked to go to Ulta.
Yeah, I gotta go to Olda as well.
Okay.
And if I show up there, I will mention that I am there.
Sounds good.
Alright, I think that does it for today though. Good, it seems like we are both able to access each other's continent. Hopefully that means that we will be on the same quest track very soon. But anyways, yeah, this was a good time, good conversations were had. Good discussions over topical matters. Hopefully you had a good time, John.
Yeah, I think next time we will actually be doing a dungeon, because after you get through that sequence, it asks you to go to Sastasha, which is the first dungeon.
I thought it was synesthesia.
Sastasha.
Maybe I'm thinking of synesthesia. Anyways, let's wrap this up then. All right. Well, thank you, viewers, for tuning into the Ales and Fails Twitch stream. Hopefully, you enjoyed some of our banter. We certainly enjoyed it. And we will be back next week to continue the story of Final Fantasy XIV, and we might actually finally have common goals. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Hopefully, you enjoy it. All that being said, stay thirsty, Wolfkin. We'll see you again.